make sure if this is working. The video, so if anybody's watching, Nick or Will, it looks like there's some streaming issues. I don't believe it's an error um, through my web browser, but I'm not really sure yet. Just give me a second to make sure that this is working. Through my Okay, it looks like it is. Well, um, let me see if I can. I don't see the video working on the actual forex signals. I'm gonna
Hi,
see.
hi. My name's Andrew Lockwood, and I'm one of the new mentors here at forex.
Sorry, bear with me, guys. Okay, I just can't see me very well on the video. I just see about the guy talking about the trading room. Anyways, I'll just ignore that for now. Maybe it will come in at some point. Uh, but the stream is working, and yeah. All right. So I don't know if Nick is watching today, but the first thing I wanted to start with was personally apologizing to him in regards to the losses that I had. I know that there's been a lot of talk about me since the election night. So what I'm going to do in this stream today, this will be my last stream today. Uh, and the reason for that, I'll get into into it in a second. Um, One, I'll show you guys what happened uh, last night in my trading, just in case you're unaware of what took place. And then next, I'll go into the mistakes I made. Um, and then number three, I'll get into apologies and answering some questions potentially. Um, and then four, uh, talk about to you guys where I will be going from here. Okay. Now, why am I doing this stream today? After basically losing 50% of my account, more than 50% of my account, it's about 60%. I'm doing this stream because I owe it to Nick, and not just to Nick. I owe it to the members here, and I also want it to be a learning experience for you as well as for me. Um, Now, there's going to be a lot of trash talk, and that's probably a lot of it's probably already happened, um, especially from the members that doubted me from the beginning. And you doubted, you were right. That's all I can say at this point. Uh, the stream is going to be hard for me, and it currently already is. And I'm already kind of sweating in regards to it. Um, So not just my losses, but also Trump winning. I'm pretty freaked out about that personally. Um, and the road ahead is going to be a little bit tricky for me. So let's get into the charts, show you what happened. Okay. So as you guys know, this was the what happened last night. The push up and this the recovery after that. So the push up was initially from the people getting scared that Trump was looking like he was going to take the election, and things were going to get difficult, right? Um, and it continued to push up. Now I knew this would happen, that there would be an up and down situation happening. I didn't expect it to happen in this way. Uh, I expected it to be minimal push-ups of like 50 to 100 pips, and then kind of more of a range until things were decided. Now, because Trump was basically beat all expectations, um, and projections, and nothing actually took place like anybody thought it would. All right, and it caused the push up. Now you guys can see where my positions were placed. Uh, this is just on the 5-minute chart. Now the thing that happened was typically I don't trade these events. Almost never. I stayed out of Brexit. Uh, and pretty much any volatile market condition I try to avoid, even when it comes to NFP and FOMC, all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty rare to trade them unless I have positions in. And you guys know me for having a 7% cutoff, right? Typically, that's what I have. Now, what happened last night? I went to a friend's house to watch the election. Now, I didn't drive because, I'd be drinking some wine last night, and so I didn't want to obviously drink and drive. Um, so I took an Uber. I don't know if any of you know what Uber is in the States, but it's basically like a taxi. Um, and it was my wife and I. I didn't realize that I left on my scalping EA when I left. I didn't notice until about 2 hours into the election. Um, it was a bad mistake. Now, typically, I turn off my EA or basically shut it off here by clicking this auto trade feature um, or just disabling the EA temporarily until the trading conditions are right. Now, this EA needs to be traded in a non-volatile market. It has to be not too volatile, but not really minimal. So it has to be a very neutral market where it's a bit of a ranging. It's not too volatile. Nothing's really going crazy. And so during an election, this is pretty much the worst possible time to be trading an EA like this because it's high risk and it can get into trouble very quickly if you're not careful. Um, so I wasn't careful. I was careless. I accidentally left it on. It was a mistake, but I take responsibility for it. It's not like, oh, it's the EA's fault. It was an accident. It was an accident. Clearly, it was an accident, but I should have been more careful to not leave it on during something like this. Now you guys can see what happened here. There were a group of positions here. Each one is a martingale. It starts pretty low, and I'm able to go a lot of positions um, before having to cut out for a loss. Now in this condition, did have a chance, but I missed it. I missed it because I didn't even know that my EA was trading at this time during here. And it was already, by the time I noticed, it was already too late. It was about in here when I noticed. Um, but I did have a chance to close it out here and didn't take it because I wasn't at my computer. Um, and I had a chance to close out for, I think if with my calculations are right, about 2 to 3%, maybe more profit on that dip right there. And it's just unfortunate. So what happened was I waited it out. Another mistake number two. I was thinking that okay, so this initial push up for Trump possibly winning, uh, it can't possibly happen, right? I mean, everybody's predicting that he's going to lose, and it was a mistake of mine. I projected that he would not take the election, and he ended up doing it. It caused fear in the market, and things pushed up. And so I was trying to hold on for as long as I could, and it basically reversed right near the peak, or where I had a margin call. So my margin call was here. It went up another 30 or so pips, and then actually made a full recovery soon after, and now it's continuing to go down past where it started the push up last night. So if I was able to hold on just a bit longer, I would have been able to get out of this trade, but it would have been like massive drawdown in the 60, maybe 70% range. Um, and it would have been just a stupid win. It wouldn't have felt good. Uh, I honestly, I feel like I deserve to take this loss because of carelessness and not watching the markets when I should. And it's really unfortunate because I've had a good track record for the last almost 2 years now. Um, it's like it's been a year and a half, and I've had a consistent track record. My last 2 months have been down. I had a losing month of about 10%. which was my worst in months. Um, maybe this was coming. Maybe I had this coming. Um, and with a little bit more carelessness in the market, frustration, um, and the election, my election prediction did throw me off here and caused me to lose in a big way. So problem number one, EA trading when it shouldn't. Problem number two, holding on to trades too long. Uh, and problem number three, uh, predicting the election when that prediction was obviously wrong. So uh, I'd like to thank those of you uh, for supporting me in this. I'm very surprised that this happened to myself, and I honestly don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve to be on forexsignals.com. Uh, they're they are a very reputable site. I think Nick is a very good guy, very honest person, and I'm sure he feels duped at this point because he thought that I was a good trader and have a good mind on my shoulders, and unfortunately, um, it didn't work out. Uh, all he has to go by is stats, and I had decent stats. At least at the point where he took me on some accounts, in particular the high risk managed account. Um, it's been unfortunate for him because he put trust in me, and I broke that trust by making a very irrational and stupid decision by also, and on top of that, being careless. Um, so I apologize to Nick on that, and to the members that have been following me and backing me since the beginning. Um, and So I'm going to look at some of the questions here. I will be ignoring some of or I will be looking at the questions, but I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are disappointed. And you can speak your mind. It's okay to be mad at me, to swear at me or be rude or anything like that. That's understandable. I'm not going to defend your feelings there. Um, and I lost pretty big myself. I lost $3,500, as you can see. My losses were pretty large. They might have even been more than that. You can see that my account was 7,500. It is now 22,888, and that's where I stand now. Robert FX, yes, you're right. I am really disappointed because I lost money, but not because but more because I trusted you. Uh, exactly. What can I say? I I messed up, um, and unfortunately, I don't have errors too often. But they seem to be uh, happening a lot more in the last 2 months. Um, that I needed maybe an ounce of humility, and I got that. And it's unfortunate that it had to happen this way, and not just uh, I wasn't the only one affected here. Um, so where to move on from here? For the members that have lost, uh, I recommend moving over to MyFX Choice and starting up with Gold Star uh, to with the attempt to recover. I have a lot of respect for Viper, Gold Star, and Steady Capture. The guys have very good track records. They've been going for a long period of time. I think Hans, especially, I know him personally. I think he's a good guy and means well, and has been very supportive to me as well. Um, and I believe that I may have let him down on top as well. But I like his strategy. I like his trading type, and I think that you're in good hands with him. Uh, I also recommend Viper for slower gains, but he's consistent over years of time as well. Steady capture, same kind of situation there. Uh, So where do I go from here? Uh, I will. This will be my last stream. Now the thing is guys, I know that some of you may be disappointed uh, that this is my last stream. Why? Because I don't feel like I'm ready for this yet. I have good ideas when it comes to trading, but my ideas are, um, I guess, under fire right now, where I have a lot of skepticism with them. Uh, and they're solid. They're solid trading ideas, but maybe not poorly executed is maybe what I'm going for. Good ideas with poor execution. Uh, I I shouldn't be on a website of this caliber uh, when having mistakes like this. Uh, we're analysts. The analysts here do make mistakes, but I feel like the reputation should be that mistakes like this shouldn't happen to the traders that are supposedly mentoring in some way or another other traders here. I don't want to continue this type of behavior um, to other traders, showing them that something like this is acceptable in this world. It's not. I mean, it happens, and sometimes we can't help it. But uh, I don't want to be the example here. Um, I'm doing this stream to show you what happened and that you shouldn't follow in my footsteps. But I also don't feel like that I should be coaching or giving you tips when I am having very fundamental mistakes, meaning leaving an EA on um, or making a prediction and putting too much at stake. It's a very newbie mistake. Um, and it happened. Um, and I basically stepped back a lot of steps. Um, and so where I'm moving from here is um, I will be leaving forexsignals.com and leaving you guys in the hands of Josh, Tony, and Jay, and also at the new room that is being pushed by Nick for premium members in the trading room, which I recommend. Looks like there could be some really positive interaction in that new room, so I recommend checking it out. Um, and because I need to pick up the pieces. Um, I understand that some of you may want to see me pick up the pieces in this process, but right now, as it stands, I will be withdrawing the 2800, and I will likely be putting about 500 into a separate account, and I'll be using that to trade maybe an EA of mine, as you can see, something like this. Um, I have an EA running long term over the next many months. I plan on running an EA uh, on the side for 12 to 24 months. Now, depending on how the EA does over the long period, I need to do testing to make sure that it's solidified, and that it can withstand a long-term trade style. And so I plan on using that with a smaller account to rebuild the trading history, Um, so I will be removing all of my accounts on my FX book and take look at this as like going bankrupt, for example. Basically, you get destroyed and then you basically start over. So I'll be doing that. I'll be deleting my accounts, starting over, even though I have a lot of positive accounts. I think it's important for me to start clean. So I'll be starting cleaning with a small account, 500 around, and then running a robot or one of my EAs, safer EAs um, that can write out the times without needing to be shut off or shut on. over the long period. So I hope to get another 12 to 24 months trading history. Um, I don't know if you'll see me back here. It all depends on Nick. In the next 12 to 24 months, I'm not sure where forexsignals.com will be. Um, it may be on an entirely new level that that I don't know. Um, and after having a mess up like this, it's really hard to trust somebody. Um, my trust has been broken by a lot of traders, not just Nick, but also traders that have been supporting or backing me. Uh, my trust has been broken with myself as well for allowing something like this to happen, um, and going against pretty much all of my rules. It shows that I'm not ready to take that step, and I admit that. You could say because it's a lack of knowledge, it's a uh, poor execution, um, a it's a immaturity, um, or that it's because I'm a musician, or uh, that just a number of things that you could say the reasons for this happening. My future, I don't know what my future entails yet. Right now, I'm just going to go back to playing music and concerts and teaching piano lessons as well. Um, and then if my trading history over the next 12 to 24 months keeps up, I will think about coming back to public trading. But for the time being, I will stay private, and I'll be staying private for the next while. Um, just to make sure that my stats are built up, that my confidence is also renewed, and that I don't make a mistake like this again in the future. All right, let's see. Oh dear, that's all I know. There's a lot of questions coming in. Yeah, thanks for the advice, guys. Uh, Obviously taken in, but you guys got to remember that the scalping is what made most of my profit over the last 2 years, and it was a martingale. But I was very picky, um, and very careful when I turned that scalping EA on and off, and it was also a lot of manual intervention with it, and turned it on and got careless here. Um, and so yeah. Um, It's okay, guys. I know that you think that I may be a little bit hard on myself, but that's who I am. I'm a musician at heart, uh, and I know how, what it takes to become successful at something. And with trading, it's frustrating because I get so close, and it just falls through your fingers. With uh, with with being a professional musician, I kind of I knew what it took to get there, and it was difficult. Luckily, that didn't slide through my fingers, but um, it's frustrating. Some of you are saying that I should take 2 weeks to think things over. Uh, don't think that's necessary. I understand that this is where I should go. Now, maybe some food for thought or um, some background on why I'm taking this leave for a long time. Um, Now, I told Nick. Now, Nick is the only one that knows this, so I'm going to tell you guys now, since a lot of you guys are active today, uh, that I've been doing I've been doing trading as a hobby for the last 10 or 11 years. And then I went into the in the professional trading world about 16 or 17 months ago. Things were going well. Um, and ever since I started to become part of forexsignals.com, uh, things started to, I guess, wear on me a little bit. Um, I told Nick that I gave my wife a timeline for making this happen. By the way, since I'm talking so much, let me increase my video size. Uh, I give my wife a timeline. She knows that I've been trying to make this work for a long time. I mean, the ultimate goal here is to try to make trading work as a career, right? And that's one reason why I was part of forexignals.com, um, was to try to make this work. And over the last 10 years, I've been trying to make this work. And in the last 18 months, it was working, but it was only temporary. And I understand that my wife wants to see me succeed in something on a consistent basis. Like I have with being a musician. That's been consistent for the last 12 years, off and on concerts, but I still have had at least a part-time job with that over the last 12 years. Now with trading, it's either a lot of money or no money, basically. Um, and I don't want her to have to continue to see me in that light, where I can't, I'm taking too much time to make this world work, and not bringing an adequate, what's the word I'm looking for? uh, or I'm not bringing my piece to the table, or my part, um, to the marriage, and also me personally. I'm spending way too much time trading with not a lot of outcome from it, or pay for that matter too. Um, and so, why spend so much time at something that's not necessarily paying the bills? Now, this doesn't mean that I'm going to quit trading, because I mean, it's still my passion. I still love it. But it will become a hobby. And the hobby means it's just something I do on the side when I have time. Right now, I'm actually making time for trading, for the streams, to make to make this whole world work. Um, and it's not paying the bills. Um, so why continue to do something at that level if it's not paying those bills? Um, so let me see here. Yeah, Timothy, 24, that's true. Wives never understand trading. She has never really understood it, no. But she's been supportive of it, and she was happy for me when I was actually making a salary trading for a company out in Houston. And I did very well for that company out in Houston over a 12-month period. That was before Forex Signals. So I was trading a $460,000 account for them, scalping in this way. I was very careful with how I was doing it. I became careless here. Um, and I made 44% on that account over I think it was about a 6 month period on that particular account. Um, and did very well. And I was getting paid a salary, a monthly salary by the company, and also trading profits. Um, so it's not about, oh, I can't handle the pressure. I can't handle the pressure from everybody here. All eyes on me. That's not it, because I've already been there, done that kind of situation. Um, it's just I don't know what happened with me here, um, and maybe a loss of hope before this even took place, with recovery or with trading in general. Um, and you know, I still have my EAs that look like they can bring some positive results, but they have their own problems, and those problems mean that back tests can be helpful, but they don't really show you the future. We don't really know how EAs are going to react to the future. I mean, that even goes down to Gold Star's EA or his trading method. We don't know how long that method is going to continue to work. And so far, it's been working for the last 3 years, but will it continue? That's always the question that we have to ask ourselves. It doesn't matter how great the system is, how accurate it is, because even if you have, let's say that you have a 90% win rate right now and it's been that way for 6 months, that doesn't mean that it's going to change, that's going to stay the same. The market's always adapting and constantly changing. That whatever we're doing to trade the markets we might have to adapt with it, or just behind it. Most of the time, it's just behind it because we have to make changes after we start losing, and so it's a really difficult market to stay ahead of in that way. And so I don't know if my EA is going to hold up over time. It very well could, but since the markets are always changing, I just don't know. So I will be putting my EA on a VPS server and running in the background for the next 12 to 24 months. Um, let's see, what else do I want to cover here? Thanks for the encouragement, guys. And you may see me again. Um, but like I said before, I don't want to be the example here. The analysts shouldn't be having mess ups like this or trading in this way. The people that you look up to, that you look for guidance, shouldn't be having these problems. Um, and so, what I want to do is take a break, whether it's 12, 24 months or what, and kind of reevaluate things in my thought process, and try to figure out why this something like this happened, what what I was thinking, what my outcome was, um, and where and how to avoid that and doing that in the future. Um, so I'll miss you guys. I've liked the stream. I don't mind it. I think it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of energy. But I do feel like I have been able to inspire some traders to start thinking in a different way. Um, thinking a lot of times thinking outside the box will make some ideas click, where you will get that find that you will find that edge, and that edge is what we're looking for in the market. Um, Now I've had an edge in different trading strategies over the last 18, 16 months. Um, but the edge is always changing. It always has to be modified, um, because that edge that you had back last year when the markets were doing this or doing that might change in the future. And so that edge that we have always has to change, which makes it really tricky um, to adapt here. Let's see. Yeah, I will. It's likely I will probably remove most of my streams, my previous streams on YouTube. Um, I haven't decided that yet though. Um, I do still have a lot of subscribers. I will be taking a break for a while, obviously. If things are going well, I might do a 6 month update on my account to show people how things are going with my EA trading. But it's definitely going to be a side venture now. Um, and remember, guys, this is not me giving up on trading. Um, I'm leaving the community because I feel like you may be better off without a trader watching a trader make mistakes like this, um, and especially a trader that shouldn't be making these mistakes. Um, it's no, Homer, I shouldn't be on a paid stream, because, like I said, I shouldn't be making a paid streamer or trader shouldn't be making mistakes like this. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Let me see, anything else I wanted to cover here. Yeah, maybe I should just show you guys, since I'm going to just keep up with how I've uh, shown this stream from the beginning. This is a stream to show of honesty, and to show you guys really how things look. Um, and this is the hardest thing to show you because you see how things worked out here, and then the massive drop at the end. Um, and the drop was, yeah, it was about 60%, 61%, just in 1 week. So that was I was wrong on the loss. It was a $4,657 loss. Um, and that hurts. That hurts big time. That's money that I've worked on making over the last 16 months, or a large portion of it. And it's been a hard road to make those profits. It hasn't been easy. Um, so I owe it to myself to stand back, rethink some things, and not just for over 2 weeks, but this means rebuilding my trading history and and pretty much my trust with any of the followers that I've had in the past, or friends as well. Um, and I'll be starting new. Um, and if you guys see me around, it will probably be in the next 12 to 24 months. And hopefully things are going better for me then. There's potential I may come back if they are. Um, but there needs to be that break. There needs to be that break because what will happen here is, let's say that I try to pick up the pieces. I don't want distractions in this time when I'm trying to reorganize and pick up those pieces to start building back. I want to do that in peace. Um, and not to mention, I've broke a lot of trust with people, um, and it would be really difficult for them to come back to me even after a 2 week break, for example. Um, so I need to show people over the long term that I can trade, or I can build an EA that can trade over the long term. Um, and I might have jumped into this a little too early with everybody here on forexsignals.com, um, and needed maybe a bit more history. Um, and also, I answer a couple more questions, and that's probably going to be it. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, there was something else I was going to say. Uh, oh yeah. Again, I apologize to Nick. Uh, I don't know if he's watching. I see him in here. But again, he's a good guy. Um, and I hope to have a trading relationship with him in the future. But understand that I will need to rebuild a long history for that to happen. At least 12 months, probably 24. Um, and I understand what he needs, and it's not just him. Other traders need the same thing. They want to see a track record, and I do think that you should only join traders that have a track record of 12 to 24 months. I had a pretty positive track record for 16, and look what happened to me. I crashed and burned. I let things get to me. I made errors. Um, so the longer the trader has gone with positive results, uh, the better and safer hands you're in. And I understand that. That's why I won't be coming back for a while until that's actually taken place. This won't be a rebuild on camera this time. This will be a rebuild in private, and then I may come back to you once things are back and solidified. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for the good luck messages, guys. It's very nice to see that there's some support here, even with a bad experience. Um, I was expecting a lot of uh, mean messages, uh, but I guess people there are nice people out there that understand that this is hard for me, not just having the loss, but showing the loss on camera. Um, is not an easy thing to do. Um, and I hope that you can see some respect in that, uh, and that you can learn from the mistake or the mistakes that I made here, that you don't make those same mistakes. Don't over risk your account. Stick to your guns. Always have a stop loss in place. Don't become careless. Don't become careless with your trades. Um, and don't make stupid predictions. Uh, by trying to predict the market is going this way or that way, and don't go in too deep. I basically went against everything that I stood for in my trading, um, and it kicked me hard. Please don't fall into that same trap. Listen to the advice that you're getting here from the traders on the like Jay, Tony, and Josh, and do your due diligence and check out the paid the premium room as well, and learn from the guys that have had these mistakes already. Maybe I can come back to you and look in the past and say that was a huge mistake. What have I learned from it? These are my track record results now, and learn from these guys that have done it already. Maybe they're one step ahead of me, and trust that they can guide you in the right direction. And stay strong, and keep trading, because I know I will as well. And thanks again for watching. And I'll see you maybe in 12 to 24 months. That is if Nick has me back. All right, thanks a lot, Nick, for having me on forexsignals.com. I really appreciate my time here. It was good, and I met a lot of good people on the forum and in the stream as well. Thanks for the opportunity. On top of that, that goes for you as well, Will, and the board at Forex Signals, for giving me this opportunity to help guide and trade on live on camera. Um, and I hope that you guys will have success in the future, and best of luck. Thanks again. Bye.